Why did the Soviet Union rehabilitate genetics after Lysenkoism? Imagine a country that once turned its back on the very science that could help grow better crops and understand life itself. That's what happened in the Soviet Union after the strange chapter of Lysenkoism. For nearly 20 years, the country rejected classical genetics, which is the study of genes and heredity. Instead, they followed Trofim Lysenko, who claimed that environmental changes could directly alter inherited traits. His ideas were not based on real science but on political ideology. Lysenko's beliefs aligned with Marxist-Leninist goals, and Stalin supported them strongly. In the late 1940s, at the Vas-KH-Nil session, genetics was labeled bourgeois science, and Lysenko's ideas became official policy. Geneticists who disagreed were purged, research was shut down, and textbooks on heredity were burned or banned. This caused huge setbacks in biology and agriculture, leading to crop failures and even famine. By the 1960s, it was clear that Lysenkoism was a disaster. Crops kept failing, and Soviet science was falling behind the rest of the world. Respected scientists and members of the Academy of Sciences started criticizing Lysenko openly. In 1965, the Soviet Academy of Sciences refused to re-elect Lysenko as head of the Institute of Genetics. They shut down his institute and created a new one dedicated to real genetics. This was a big step toward fixing the damage. The push to restore genetics was also about catching up with global science. Leaders like Mstislav Keldysh, who was the president of the Academy, believed that biology needed to work with physics, chemistry, and math. Restoring genetics meant accepting that genes exist and follow certain rules. They also rehabilitated scientists like Nikolai Vavilov, who had been persecuted under Lysenko. Looking at this from the angle of weird science, Lysenkoism was a bizarre episode where politics turned science upside down. It was full of strange experiments and false claims, like plants inheriting traits from their environment in ways that defy real biology. The results were tragic, not just scientifically but socially, causing suffering and setbacks. When the Soviet Union finally rehabilitated genetics, it was a correction of that strange chapter. It allowed real science to restart, helping agriculture and biology move forward again. Once they embraced real genetics, Soviet scientists could work on improving crops, studying radiation effects, and exploring molecular biology. This shift helped the country reconnect with international science and recover from the damage caused by decades of false ideas. The rehabilitation was a necessary step to bring science back on track and put an end to one of the strangest episodes in scientific history.